It's more diving and very obscure things. And here again. Oh, you know these guys, I'm pretty sure. And out here we've been last time. Here's, by the way, always ready an acoustic guitar. If Brian May, for example, drops by, or anybody else, then I'm also playing guitar, by the way. I don't know if you know, but not today and not on Insta Live. Okay, good. This was a little walk around, and we have the first. Let's do the first Q&As. Hang on. Let's go here for the next one. I have to, this is a one-man show, as we can see. Okay. Here we have to. Oops. This is not good. Give me a second, darlings. Here we go. I have to download the next thing that I'm gonna show you, because it takes some time. Okay, the first questions of you. Well, again, thank you so much for those many questions. The first one is actually from Austria, and excuse me, I'm going to do this in German and English. It's from Claudia Goldschmidt aus Österreich, from Austria. Für mich und dich eine persönliche Frage. Wie findest du den Film Bohemian Rhapsody? Ich persönlich finde den Hauptdarsteller schrecklich hässlich, aber den Film recht gut, weil die tolle Musik sehr gut gespielt wurde. For my English friends, it's a personal question. How do you like the movie Bohemian Rhapsody? She personally thinks that the main character is awful, but the movie is great because the music is great. Okay, darlings, I've said this already the last time. I think at least I mentioned some of it. I think this movie is phenomenal. However, you should know from somebody like me who was there on. Not all of the time, of course, not at the very beginning, but a lot of times. It's not the correct timeline, and quite a few things in the movie that are said and played and acted are actually not the truth. I'm not going to go into this. I think this is artistic freedom, and I said this to Jim Beach and to Brian, that I'm very proud that they are, I think that they are interesting new generations, but I have criticism, especially I'm missing some people who were very important in Freddie's life. Don't go into this now. Again, I can just only say my forthcoming book, I have a whole chapter on it, and I'm also missing Freddie's humor. Freddie was a very funny guy. I'm agreeing here with my friend Peter Freestone. Okay, next one, Maike from Minneapolis, actually aus Germany, from Minneapolis. Hi Rudi, your orange scarf, dein oranger Schal, den du öfter trägst, what's the story behind it? Okay, well, she means not this one, but she means another of my scarves. Here's my little scarf collection. As you might have noticed, she means this one, this scarf. Which I am not wearing today. This is the color. It's a very nice one. It's a little bit delicate, and I don't know if I should tell you this. Well, I can without telling the name. Well, the thing is that I had a great night with a lovely woman somewhere in the world. Beautiful woman, great woman, and she had that scarf, and the next day she said she thinks it fits me well, and she left me that scarf. Isn't that nice? She knows who she is. I doubt if she's watching this. Could be, could not be, but that's the story behind. Rudi doesn't want to tell any lies. Rudi always tells the truth. So, okay, here we go. Jenny Shett, thanks. I would like to know if Freddie truly found happiness with Jim. Yes, I think so, and I'm convinced of that. Of course, also the illness of Freddie in the end was also responsible. But yes, he found happiness. It's again in my book, My Friend Freddie, which you should pre-order if you haven't done it. Stéphane from France. Hello, Rudi. Oh, bonsoir, Stéphane. Stéphane, I learned, is also not only she's actually a lady, but it's also a name, of course, that usually is done for guys, for men. Hello, Rudi. Here my question is on Sunday. How did you get the idea to involve fans in the shooting of Friends Will Be Friends? Can you tell us more about the shooting? Yes, of course I can. That was my second official Queen video. The thing was that I keep it short because we want to go through a lot of questions, and I have a lot of other stuff that I want to show you. Great stuff, by the way. Archive stuff that it has not been seen other than to some industry people. So rare stuff. I'm going to include this in the future, always to show you some stuff from my archive, or from archives of my artist friends who are approving this. Of course, to give you some extra. Yeah, the whole idea about Rudi Backstage is that you are backstage. I've been backstage all my life. You know, and I'm there where everybody wants to be all my life, or most of my. I started with 17. And I want to bring you a little bit back, being backstage with me at my place, but also indirectly with people like Queen, the Rolling Stones, Whitney Houston, David Bowie, Bruce Springsteen, you name it. Of course, because in the moment there is also my followers is a majority of Queen. And it's also in the moment I'm writing the Freddie Mercury book. If I would write the book on Whitney Houston or a book on Michael Jackson, it would be different. We have a lot of Queen things, but I will also announce that soon that we will have Q&As and Rudi Backstages where at least half of the Insta Live will be non-Queen, but I'm gonna make it like half so that people who are only interested in Queen can then whatever. I work it out. Stefan says, Friends Will Be Friends. Okay. Queen was about to go on tour, and it was, of course, the Magic Tour, if I remember correctly. No, was it earlier? I don't know. And they were rehearsing in a studio in Wembley, but actually in another film studio, half a film studio. And the idea was that we do a video which is a performance video, but has some extra. Freddie and I was thinking, what can we do? So one of the things was that the whole stage and everything was in dimensions smaller, so that it could be that the whole stage design could be seen. Because if you do the big stage, like they were in outdoor shows or indoor shows, is like impossible. So that was one trick. And the other one was, of course, the famous crane that Freddie enjoyed so much. And the third one was we wanted to have it in front of real fans. And I remember the idea was that everybody gets a T-shirt, which everybody did, which says, I was there. Or something like that. And some people are still writing to me who have those T-shirts. I didn't keep one, unfortunately. Otherwise, I could give it as a prize in one of the. So and again, there we cheated a little bit because we let the fans be exactly at the stage, which is usually not the case. So I have the angle Freddie, and over shoulder you see the fans, and from the fans' perspective you see Freddie. It was a great shoot. It was filmed with 7 or 8 35mm cameras. And of course, we filmed it on. We shot it on film. So other than in a television studio, you usually don't see what you're filming unless camera by camera. So what we did is, and again, there's funny backstage stories in my book. We sort of connected them to different monitors backstage. It was all black and white, and we're talking technology before there was digital. Yeah, so I mean, it was a little bit inventing things. So I had this on the monitors, and I could switch. like on a editing table for a live broadcast, so I could see what the guys on the camera are doing, and I could instruct them. I was also connected. So this is Friends Will Be Friends. Okay. Stéphane, bonsoir. Il y a une question, les autres questions, une autre time, okay? Because she's always sending more. Jake from Chicago. Will we ever see the One Vision documentary released in full and in HD? Well, I hope so. There is a lot more. As I said the last time, this is not alone my decision, or actually I can suggest it, and Jim Beach and the band and record company or other important people are deciding it. I would be for it, because I actually did the One Vision documentary. And I think you're talking about the 25-30 minutes, and not only the part which is in Queen Magic Years, because there is in end of part 1, it's called In the Studio there, the chapter. I still remember it, 1986. Anyway, I did that for the first ever or the second or third Queen convention of Jackie in the UK. Because she asked me, she or Jim Beach or the band, I don't remember, she said, let's have something special for the fans. And then I put together this One Vision documentary, which is more and longer than it is in the Magic Years, which I still think is excellent work of mine, Magic Years. And I would love to have it on DVD, also a Blu-ray. Liza from New York. When Freddie was cutting his cake on the 39th birthday party, was that Winnie, his then husband, behind him? Freddie was together with Jim Hutton at the 39th birthday party in Munich. So I doubt that this was Winnie. There was Jim around, and Freddie was not in a very good shape, because the story was that somebody put something in his drink very early on, and Freddie was sort of a little bit tipsy and stuff. So I'm never aware, and Freddie would have told me, I think, because we went through the people who should be in, and this whole footage. Where, by the way, there is hours and hours and hours of that birthday party footage. This is I don't know how. We filmed that with, again, 3 or 4 or 5 35mm cameras. The party, I mean. Of course, excerpts are in Living on My Own, but a lot of stuff is unreleased until this day. Okay, here we again have somebody from Austria. Hallo nach Österreich. Warkirchen. Michael Riedl. I'm going to do this in German and English.